Hello there.
Now, are you sitting comfortably? Good. Then we'll begin.
What that means.
No one knows what it means, but it's provocative.
No, it's not. It's
Gets
gross.
the people going.
It's
No,
disgusting.
that's enough! Why do you...
They're the Free Wales Army, Lana.
We got on at all.
Yeah, that's right, David. Good lad.
Leg hurts.
Yes, it will do, Dav. You've been shot.
Disappears. It ceases to exist without me. No, you clearly don't know who you're talking to, so let me clue you in. I am not in danger, Skylar. I am the danger. A guy opens his door and gets shot, and you think that of me? No. I am the one who knocks.
Well, what are you waiting for?
I don't know. Something amazing, I guess.
Me too, kid.
This is a safe place. It's a place where we can feel free sharing our feelings. Think of my office as a nest in a tree of trust and understanding. We can say anything here.
Anything.
I like turtles.
You're weird, buddy. You're weird. Look at him. He runs like a Welshman. Doesn't he? Doesn't he run like a Welshman?
Yo! How are we doing? Look at this! Look who we just got last minute! Look at this! Look at who this is!
Oh,
what are you doing here?
Is this working? Hello?
This is working. Hello, you are live on Channel 5. Please do not swear.
Hee. Hey, fuck, this is good, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So are you on your phone now? Because if you don't know, guys, Dad had some PC troubles and he wasn't actually supposed to be here. And midway through the intro, he just appeared. He's here. Hey.
So do you know what I did? I went, hey Google. So what time is it? And it went, it's flipping time you got on over there and joined your boy. So I thought, well, it probably is. So I hope, yeah, here we are. Happy days.
Here we are. Happy days. The days are happy. And do you know what? Starting it off right. Fucking, I don't know how to thank people. This is the second day of having it. And I don't know how to thank people. Michael, yet again, with the gifted memberships. That takes us up to 26, I believe now. Wow. We're on like 26 members at the moment. That's so cool, guys. Honestly, I couldn't be more. I don't even know how to respond. Your kindness knows no bounds. Although I will say,
I do. Thank you. There you go.
Thank you. That's one. Yeah.
Thank you very much.
That's how you respond to people being kind, isn't it? Thank you. Thank you very much. We really appreciate it. Now let's give out some points. In at number 1, in at 4:30, within half an hour to go. Look at this. They're on it every day, 4:30. Because the idea is that if you can comment, the first 3 people to comment within half an hour of the stream, because sometimes we can schedule a stream either like an hour before or up to a couple of days before, depending on the stream and everything. So, yeah, if you can, within half an hour of the stream starting, if you can get in the comments and drop in there, then that's absolutely sound. Look at this. We've got MZ in at 4:30, dropping it in for a point. We've got Gillian in at 4:30, dropping it in for a point. Michael as well in at 4:30, dropping in for a point, for his points. And Aaron 88, see you in 28 minutes. Sounded kind of threaty, but he was there trying to get some points as well. And you know what? Everyone in the 4:30 for being legends, you all get 10 points. 10 points to MZ, 10 points to Gillian, 10 points to Michael, and you better give this guy 11 points. I think he wants to hurt me. I'm scared.
I'll see you in 28 minutes.
Do you know what as well? It could be just somebody, because like this was done at like just at
somebody being
around
nice.
Yeah, it could be somebody being really nice, but my my internal monologue has a threat.
Your spidey stingles, whatever they are, your spidey tingles spring. What do they do? Spidey
Tingle.
senses. That's it. Your spidey. I can't say it. Anyway, yes.
Spice the tentacles.
Yes.
So,
Yes.
Crow Crag, oh my god, again, we've got another gifted membership in there. Right, can someone let me, do you know what? I need to log in on YouTube. Let me have a look at who the gifted membership peoples are. Where are we?
I can't see any of that stuff. Can I have some
We
points?
won't see it. Yeah, go on then. We'll put 10
10
points in for Dad, just because we can.
Yeah. I'd I haven't got a hope of it being amongst the front runners, but it'd be nice to have some points.
The scoreboard, the leadership thing now is literally into the hundreds.
I know they just they're mad for points, aren't they? Mad for points.
So G15 P6B, which definitely doesn't sound like a bot at all, got a membership gifted by Crow Crag. Thank you so much, Crow Crag. And the one, the only stream buddy favourite, we absolutely love this guy, Mr. DeWitt, also got himself a membership gifted to him by Michael. Congratulations, DeWitt, and thank you to Michael. Thank you guys loads. Hey, look at this, look at this. This was the first ever gifted sub we ever did have. I'll remember you forever, Becky.
Oh, that's so sweet, isn't it?
It is.
So,
who let AY on stream?
So unfortunately, I can't make out I don't want to touch anything. I can't make out the chat, so you can all call me names, because I don't know what's happening. But yes.
Sorry, I'm
I
sorry.
don't want to touch anything. I don't want to touch anything to upset my phone.
Take your inhaler.
Do what? Take my inhaler.
Have a blast on your inhaler. I reckon I can hear you needing it.
Oh, right, okay.
He didn't need inhaler then. He just breathed. He went like that. You got full. Take your medicine, or you'll never.
You are, of course, quite correct. Yes.
See, there you go. Now that's how he's had his inhaler. See, I knew there was a difference.
Yes, rather. It does all that. Nige gets all 100 points if he reads what? What does that say? This comment. I can see part of that one.
But unfortunately, Michael, you don't give out the points. So, in fact, I'm going to do those 10 points I just gave you before, Dad. Because of Michael, I'm taking them back. You're not allowed them. Get back in the cage.
Such is life.
Oh, shit.
Such is life. I'm not going to do that. I'm not on command. I've had dinner and I haven't even had dinner. So what?
5 gifted memberships. Another 5 gifted members. Oh my god, we're at like 30 odd memberships now. This is insane.
Got that many members.
I know, right? We literally don't even have that many people who watch. Like, do you get double members?
That many people. I don't know that many people in real life. That's fantastic. Thank you.
The gifted subs are as follows. Congratulations to everyone. We've got Stu Lamb, who received a membership from Crow Crag. We've got Frosty, although it comes up as his handle, but I know that's Frosty. We've also got Wido, Cos in it. We've got at YTA and everybody's favourite stochastic auditor, Michael. It's Little News Now Yorkshire. Oh, he still subs. That's so sweet. Isn't it sweet?
Oh, bless his little out and cotton socks. Michael.
Oh, little Michael subs. Oh, and he's not doing it on his sock account.
Bless his little out cotton socks.
Well done, NNY. You are officially a smelly lefty. That is the name of the tier.
That'll teach you. Maybe can't.
Nige has asthma. He does have asthma. But also, he gave me asthma, and of all the things that he's given me, it's my least favourite. I'll be honest.
I'm not taking it back.
Did you keep the receipt? Oh, you shouldn't have. I already have one of these.
Dog's going to make a right mess of my stuff.
Of course. That's what dogs do. So, the headlines. Also, as well, this is really weirding me out because I thought for a laugh, because I know that you're not going to be able to change your avatar, I thought I'll change mine. And then I changed it to yours, and I thought that would be funny. It'll confuse people. And then Now it's confusing me, and I don't think it's funny. So, joke's on me.
Oh no, I'm confused. Oh, I see. Okay, I don't. Yeah, well, you stuck with it, aren't you? So there.
There we go. They're stuck with it. So the headlines today. There's been a few different headlines. I'll be full disclosure. I'm gonna have to go back to hospital later on today to get some IV antibiotics. Most likely, I should be there now actually, but I fucking love you guys so much that I'm here with you. But I'm gonna have to go and get myself sorted out. I'm not very well at the moment. I've got perforated eardrum and an ear infection at the same time, which is an infected sort of thing there. And then it's leading me to be really dizzy and really gross. So the last couple of days, the last stream, I didn't do much research. And this stream, I've not got too much research to go through. So we're going to learn about stuff together, and hopefully we can understand and digest the news in the world around us a little bit easier like that. But yeah, nothing too planned today. Nice chill stream. Yeah, not been doing my homework because it ate my dog. My homework ate my dog.
Oh wow! Which dog?
I never remember the names. I can't tell them apart.
No, it doesn't matter too much anyway. There's plenty of dogs. God,
Plenty of dogs for homework to
look
eat.
at Slade for that, mate. Oh, Abe. Carry on. Well, you might as well.
Also, we've got a date and possibly a time set for Friday, which is going to be so fun. I have actually been doing a bit of research for that in the background, just little bits here and there. And tomorrow, after my trip to the docticulars, I will get. I should be feeling good enough to get some more done, and we're going to start showing. We've got a mystery guest coming on. I might even reveal them at the end of this show and do a post later. But if you're very lucky, we'll see. But we do have a mystery guest coming on Friday. It's going to be really fucking cool. I want to show them all of the. I want them to join in on a normal show, normal stream, normal headline rundown, Berkeley, all that sort of stuff. But I want to discuss the idea of the paper that I'm working on at the moment with some of the ACOB family behind the scenes. And yeah, I think we're going to introduce him to a couple of the weird and wonderful, wacky and zany figures that are in the auditing world. And the relevance of them in the wider political scheme and how they're helping to shape politics in the UK, specifically far right politics. But yeah, they're doing their bit. It's going to be fun.
Cool. Looking forward to it. No, I am.
Hi. Chill stream. You might have to mainline inject me with cannabinoids. But sorry, not cannabinoids, just cannabinoids. It's different to cannabinoids. Just cannabinoids.
Cannabinoids. Yeah, it's a precursor to cannabinoids. Cannabinoids.
Cannabinoids.
Yeah. Cannabinoids are a precursor to
there we go.
Cannabinoids, of course.
Cannabinoids.
Any student of chemistry will tell you that.
Oh, 100%.
So, yeah.
It's Mr. Blobby.
Oh, don't start that.
We don't like Mr. Blobby. So before we get into the serious stuff, which is the name of the stream, the riot stuff, I'm just going to have a look at some of the... Right, so maybe I think possibly following up with the Henry Novak thing. So news Google search, and so here's a little update here. We've got some people that have been jailed for their involvement in the riot that took place in Southampton. Was it? Wasn't it? Yeah,
I saw these guys. Yeah, one for having a dog lead with a carabiner on it that he'd fashioned into a what do you call them, knuckle duster. And the other guy, the younger lad, for throwing rocks and stuff at the police, wasn't it? I think it was.
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah. Also, I have a metal dog lead with a very thick metal carabiner clip that I used to clip onto my belt. And you were like, "I use this dog lead with a carabiner clip," and I'm like, "Oh." Yeah.
Apparently, he's fashioned it into a knuckle duster.
I can see how that would happen, yeah. But I don't get like, do you know what's gonna happen now? I'm gonna walk down the street and they'll be like, "No, stop!" Because father of two, Daniel Frost, made makeshift knuckle dusters. Sorry,
you know what's on the end of my dog lead, don't you? A very thick dog. Yeah,
a very very stupid, very lovely, but very very thick dog.
He's not the brightest.
He's lovely.
Yeah, that's on the end of my dog lead. So would
Got
lead him
a
into that.
very thick chain that I clipped to my dog, and on the other end clipped to the carabiner, which goes onto the loop that goes onto my belt. I've got like a little belt lead thing, so it's like hands free. But apparently, I didn't know that if I'm walking around, I didn't know I was walking around with a makeshift knuckle duster. Father of two, Daniel Frost, 44, had made a makeshift knuckle duster and was sentenced to 2 years and 4 months for his involvement in the Southampton, not protests, riot. There was also
racism of his just took him away from his children for best part of a year and whatever.
Yeah.
He's a father of two as well. What a stupid move.
This dude here, so father of two, Daniel Frost. Fuck's sake, man. So he's gone for 2 years and 4 months. He'll be away for at least a year and a bit. And then there's Reese Robinson, 21, who threw stones or small bricks, got 2 years. I like that they sat down and were like, who is this now? This is Sky News. Check, they sat down in the newsroom and they were like, it's a small brick. No, it's a small stone.
No, it's a big stone, small brick. No, it's a large. No, it's a medium brick. A very small
it's the
stone
world's
from a
smallest brick.
But that poor lad. I mean, I'm going to say poor lad because his racism has cost him probably his whole fucking future. He's 21 and he's going to have a prison record now for fucking violence.
For his part in a riot. Fox guy.
Yeah, so that's not. I mean, that's going to wreck the rest of his fucking. You know, he's not going to have a shining career of anything after this, is he?
No, he is not.
So there you go. That's what your racism gets you.
That's what you get for your fucking shitty racism, your tiny stones, and your shitbeard, bro. Enjoy jail. Like this thing here now. Also, as well, these fucking guys as well. They're like, yeah, but we did it for Henry. Henry's own family stepped out and said, don't be doing what these dickheads are doing. They didn't say it like that. They were nice and polite about it. But essentially, in short, in the Lewis Burke sort of speak version of it, they were like, don't
said, please don't do this. They said, please don't do this. Lots of times, I think. You know, fucking hell. I can't believe that, you know, people have done, even people that said, like, Farage himself, who said the family have been very brave, very stoic, whatever, and they've wanted us to, you know, wanted people to not take up arms and not do this, not do that. And his next word was "but." You know, it was like, well, you fucking what? What
that
a
motherfucker
so
hit us with the "but."
Yeah, repeats what the family said and then adds "but." And then goes his own way with it. Fucking disgraceful.
And then it's literally like another way of explaining exactly like how this happened is if like someone said like definitely don't say red, and then you go, okay, I definitely won't say that. The family have asked me not to say it, but red.
But
like it's the same
red,
fucking
red,
thing.
red,
like you couldn't. Yeah, literally. Evening Room for Debate. I've got to tell you what, if you're not subscribed already, guys, go check out Room for Debate. I was checking out your stuff this morning, specifically about some people within the sort of ecosphere community, whatever you want to call it, the life huts and those types. The people that when the Belfast riot was happening were like fucking loving it, absolutely loving it, and then they were like going like, oh well, it must be like that house that was set on fire belonged to an illegal immigrant. Like you can't tell what the person's legal status is by looking at the bricks and mortar, you fucking idiot. But
they were looking at the colour of the flame. Yeah. Judging by the colour of the flame coming out the window.
If it burns blue, then it's not true.
Oh, fuck it. I mean, really stupid people. They're all somebody's fucking houses. Somebody's fucking home. Yeah,
isn't it? So freaking bad. And then so I'll have a look through here now. Just to see what the judge said. Here we go. So Judge William Mosley, Casey said of the disorder, the violence was a hate crime born out of hatred for police and in some part racist views. No, it was all racist. It was all properly racist shit. To be fair, let's face it. Do you know what? Actually, I'll make it a half and half. I'm willing to go splitsies with the. I'm willing to go splitsies with.
I think it's fair to say some of them were just there because they hate the police. Just and some of them for racism. Just that.
Exactly that. So,
That's
oh my
another
God,
5
another 5 gifted
Yo,
subs.
Craig.
This one
Thank
coming
you so
from
much.
Crow Crag. Oh my God. This is
Gosh.
insane. Like, what do you need for this? Do you want me to suck your dick? I can do that. I can do that for you.
Do you mind?
Crow Crag.
You don't push yourself over. Not yet. You've got
Sorry,
bigger
Dad.
fish
I
to
forgot
fry.
you were here.
Yes. Do you mind,
I got
young
these
man?
cheeseburgers, man. I suck your dick, man. I'm so sorry. Oh God.
Didn't I bring him up
That's not
well,
gonna be a
boys and
stream.
girls?
But
So yeah,
no, I really appreciate it, dude. Honestly, thank you.
yeah, it's
The
marvelous.
gifted,
Thank
the
you so much.
received people are Radical Coder. By the way, if again, if you haven't
Oh.
subscribed, go and subscribe. Although he's stopped making content, which is a shame because he's amazing. So I think this could be the how we bring Radical Coder back. More Ryan, please.
Oh, that's a shame. I didn't know he'd stopped. Why did he stop? Let me guess. Hassle.
He did a post. He's having a happy life, I guess. He did a post on his YouTube like a while ago that was like, I'll be back soon, or I'll see you tomorrow for a stream. And he never saw us tomorrow for a stream. His Discord's still running. I was in there for a bit. I left it just because he wasn't active in there. So I jumped into I had other Discords and that, so I had to work on them. But,
did you go in make sure all the plugs were turned off and the taps weren't leaking and stuff? Just before you close it.
Turned the lights off. Hid the kipper under the floorboard, as you do.
Feed the cat, yeah. Or blame the cat, yeah.
I fed the cat the homework. 2 birds with 1 stone there. We also got Louis had his Louis is a fucking awesome dude. Much appreciated for being subscribed. Well, now you are a member thanks to Crow Crag. Dodge 6996. They've got a membership as well. And Destined to Recover. Oh wow, I didn't actually know that you subscribed to me. Destined to Recover is a really awesome person. I believe she's like an Amazon worker, and most of the streams are while she's at work. While she's working, she's also streaming and doing really cool things. Really, really cool person. Hell of a life story.
Do you know what? I've watched her as well. I've seen her just going about a thing, going about her days.
Yeah, going about a day, yeah. She's cool, and she's cool people. I like Addicted to Recovery. She's nice people.
So that's good. I'm glad that she's sub-debunked. That's really nice.
There you go, and I hope you're enjoying the content. Well, now you are officially a smelly lefty, and I think we've got like 30 odd smelly lefties now. You're in great company. It's an exclusive private island where the most elite of the. No, I already made that joke. Damn it.
Yeah, best not to at this time. A little early. Yes, it's been a thoroughly depressing time. Flaubert on the news front, hasn't it?
It has been a thoroughly depressing time. Evening, Archstew. Hope you're well too.
Added to with a wave of utter fucking stupidity by people that should know better and should fucking stay at home. I've seen people forcing the children to their knees in front of policemen and then saying, "How can you not in front of these kids?" and all that shit. What fucking madness has enveloped this fucking country? I don't know.
It's a mad. It is. There is a lot of madness. The far right as well. When I saw them doing that fucking doing that stupid kneeling business, that really, I can't believe how things have turned around. When George Floyd was murdered by a police officer, when he was killed at the hands of the law, he was knelt on his neck, right? And he was kneeling on his neck.
9 minutes.
Choked him, and then there was the 9 minutes, right? And then there was the taking the knee thing. And I went to some protests as well. And I can tell you, when you stood there in silence, 9 minutes is a long ass time. I can't breathe. We know
the taking the knee, actually, let's just clear this. The taking the knee represented the policeman kneeling on that guy's neck while he was saying, "I can't breathe." That's what the taking the knee was all about, wasn't it?
The far right were like, "Oh my god, you bunch of fucking idiots! What a silly bunch of knobheads!"
I take the knee for no one.
Yeah. I take the knee for no one. All that stuff. Like, yeah. Oh, the BLM is asking us to take a fucking knee. Oh, they fucking blah. And then now
they're forcing their kids.
Yeah.
Now they're forcing their kids to kneel down in the road in front of fucking policemen. Just to continue fucking them up completely. I don't know, man. It's fucking strange.
We've gone full gammon circle, like the full circle completed. It's been officially gammonized. And they do it all the time. They were chanting "No justice, no peace." I'm like, but you're the people we need justice from, usually. Hey.
I don't think they understand themselves what they're doing. They're just out and in a wave of pseudo patriotism. They're out kneeling down in front of fucking policemen. I don't know. Apart from anything else, a good way to get yourself run over.
That sounds very fucking academic. Pseudo patriotism. That's actually really that's so true. They are literally pseudo patriots. Street video reviewer. Fucking shout out to you, dude. Sorry, Dad. Before I move on to that comment, go on.
Yeah.
Oh god. Street video reviewer has left a comment here who said, "Would anyone here agree with the Muslim MP who stated that what caused the violent reactions is suppression of debate and discussion?" No, I don't agree with that. There is no suppression of debate or discussion. And if anyone can find me one example of that, that's fine. I think what's happened is because the Overton window's shifted in society, we now have a group of people who are trying to legitimize racism, and they're trying to legitimize slurs and things like that, and they're going, well, hang on a minute, like the discussions that they want to have, it's not anyone suppressing it, just nobody's willing to have those discussions anymore because we've had them. Slurs can't say them, obviously. And there's that, all that sort of stuff. There is no suppression of speech. It's not happening. It really isn't. People are being racist. People are being insightful, and they're getting in trouble for it. And we're seeing it now more than ever because the internet is now more prevalent than ever. Anyone and everyone can just access it, broadcast it to thousands, tens of thousands, potentially even hundreds or millions of people. You know what I mean? It's the age of the internet is really, it's put a lot of bass behind a lot of people shouting, and a lot of people shouting are just shouting shit. You know what I mean? So I really don't think there's any suppression of debate or discussion happening. I think that riot started because they are violent, disgusting pigs. They are disgusting pricks, a lot of them, to the man. And here's why, right? All those rioters, all those people that are arrested and everything else, when we look at what happened in, let's go back here, actually, Southport, when Southport happened, people that were arrested, of the people that were arrested, 41% had prior contact with the police for domestic abuse. Then we look at the event that happened. Oh, which one was it now? The more recent one. They said that overall, with all the protests over last summer that happened throughout the country, that 1 in 5 had since been arrested or in contact with police for domestic abuse. That number, when you look at different sort of constabularies,
spousal abuse or something, wasn't it?
Spousal abuse, intimate partner abuse and things like that. So so these people that are doing the riots, they are violent, disgusting people. If you look at, I can't remember where it was it Chorley or somewhere like that? There was, or Chelmsford, I can't remember specifically, but in one of these sort of jurisdictions that the police operate in, that number of, contact, so 21% of people arrested at Southport had previous for it. And then after that, 1 in 5 were then since, after the riots, arrested again for domestic violence. Now, if you break that down, because that's 21%, 1 in 5, reflects the entire country broadly.
20.
If you, yeah, 20. Sorry, yeah. But if you take that, down and look at individual areas, one area, it was 54% of those arrested for riots were rearrested later on for domestic violence. The reason why they're rioting is because they're horrible, disgusting, domestic abusing, far-right pieces of shit. Say it with me. Horrible, disgusting, domestic abusing, far-right pieces of shit.
It almost makes a good chant, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it? It kind of does. It's almost like supercalifragilistic oh shit. You know what I mean? Like, those that are racist, run.
Have you been rehearsing these? Have you been practicing these?
No, I just have some sugar.
Shit. I like it. I like it very much. So I've just put the kettle on for a cup of tea.
But yeah, it's got nothing to do with discussion or a lack of discussion. No one's saying that no one can discuss things. Like, literally, there is nobody suppressing debate or discussion. Racism, and I know the only reason I'm bringing it up is because it usually gets conflated with the two. A lot of racist dickheads think that, like, free speech means that you have the freedom to be racist as well, and it doesn't. So then when you say, no, you can't be racist, they go, you're suppressing my free speech. No, we're stopping you being racist. There is a difference.
I'm a free speech fucking absolutist. Did you just call me fat? I mean, that's how it goes.
Gammon. That's racist. Ah,
that's racist.
Gammon.
That is. Gammon. Yeah, I know. One slice. Have another slice of gammon.
Yes, yeah. It is. Do you know why it's racist, Dad? Because there's actually an island full of them. And they're fucking, it's their ethnic. They think that being a gammon is like a protected characteristic. As though, like, you know.
Made from pure pig. Gammon, of course.
Hey, that's offensive to my relatives from Gamistan. Like, no,
from
no.
Gamonistan. I see what you did. Oh, do you know what? I'm one out.
Again, I can almost guarantee you right now that you cannot find a single case of anybody being arrested for objections to immigration or multiculturalism. I would go ahead and say that you cannot find one, not one. You will find. In fact, I'm willing to. Do you know what? I'm willing to put some points down. A friendly bet, of course. SVR. I'm sounding like I'm really jumping on you. I'm not. I love your stuff, and if anyone hasn't already, go and subscribe to SVR Street Video Reviewer. Really cool dude. But yeah, just to answer that though. So I don't think there is, and I'm willing to bet 10 internet points. I'll give you 10 internet points to bet with as well. Don't worry. I'll give you 10 internet points to. If you can find one arrest where someone has been arrested simply because they objected to immigration and multiculturalism. I think what we're saying is people are being arrested because they're being racist. Like, oh, sorry, bear with me. There's somebody at my door. So sorry. But, Dad, we've also got a new member.
Hey,
We've got another new member.
I can't quite read it. Read it. Alex Delgado? I can't see proper, I'm afraid. It's very, very small on my very old cheap phone. But yes, welcome. Welcome as a new member. Thank you for being one. So what were we saying? Yeah, those people that are out objecting, those people that are out rioting are not the people that would normally be at the discussion table anyway, are they? You know, they're normally at home watching those daft programs. I can't think of one because I don't have a telly. But watching, you know, afternoon shows and stuff, they're normally at home there. They're not out. I'm sure a lot of people that were out last night shouldn't have been, didn't want to be. And a lot of them were just kids being extra naughty, I think. I don't know. I haven't seen all that much of it, but you know, it's just not a logical reaction to what's been going on. There's wrecking stuff, destroying, burning houses. It just doesn't make fucking sense. Having a bit of bad luck, and then so as a reaction, you just shoot yourself in the foot. I don't know. I'm trying to find comments. Show comments on stage, and they're too small. Yeah. So that's.
Well, don't worry about it. Right, I'm back.
Yeah, I've just been moaning about the poor quality of rioters you get nowadays.
They're not like they used to be, are they?
No, they're not. They don't seem to have the conviction that they used to have. I noticed there weren't. I tell you what, I did notice though. These auditors, these well-hard, I'll go where I want and I'll do what I want and I'll show what I want. Once the word went out that there was no, that people didn't want cameras in Northern Ireland, not one of them said, I'll do what I want. Did they? Not fucking one of them said, I'll go where I want. Hello?
No, you're right, yeah. I just wanted to, so, this is a lot. We had Alex Delgado. I don't know. Yeah,
Delgado. It looks like Alex Delgado to me. Yeah,
he's a smelly lefty. Also, we've got another 5 smelly lefties, courtesy of Crow. Crow, you're so generous.
You're
Thank
literally
you so
leaking
much,
them.
dude.
He's leaking them, isn't he, Crow?
Everywhere he goes, there's just new members everywhere. It's It's amazing stuff, and I really, really appreciate it. Let me just scroll down now to
Thank you
find
so
exactly.
much.
Oh, by the way, thank you very much, Agent 47 LFC. Welcome to the Smelly Lefty crew. We really appreciate it. So where was it now? Here we go. Matt Walker got himself a gifted membership by Crow Crag, as did Crafting Bougie Mama. Oh, it's the Crafting Bougie Mama. I know who that one is. I know who they are. They're cool people. I, Morgan, 2012, received a membership, and so did Ozzy. Ozzy Oroz. They received a membership courtesy of Crow Crag. Thank you so much. That is, honestly, that is so
Congratulations, all you
fucking...
membership winners. And there's lots of you. Crow
There
Crag,
is.
you're
It's...
an
Oh, my
absolute,
God.
thinking you're a member giver monster. You really are.
Yeah.
Oh, you
So
brought up
Street
another
Video
comment.
said,
I see. No need
I
for
did,
any
yeah. Street
bet.
Video said that, yes, true. No need for any bet. Yes, true. That's the problem is, sorry, yes, true. That the problem is often the way they raise it, but easy to conflate objections with racism. I don't think it is. It's not. It's not easy. I honestly think it's you're going in way too deep. I think it's much more simple than that. Like far more simple than that. It's
That's
really
simple.
easy to tell when somebody's being racist and when they're not. Like, are they discriminating against a person based on their ethnicity? Are they, would it be offensive if they said it to anyone else or just them? And do you know what I mean? There is so much. Like, if you say, I like personally, SVR, I have a huge problem with high immigration numbers. The reason I have really serious issues with high immigration and I want immigration to be reduced is because it means we have skills gap in lots of areas, specifically like healthcare, the NHS and various places, all the sorts of jobs and industries that you could think of. We have huge skills gaps, and we need to start training people. We need to start getting these communities, especially like northern towns and stuff that have been affected by crisis after crisis since the liners. I think that there are many towns that have been economically brushed to the side and left to be stagnant, where poverty and everything else has developed. And the way to solve that and just to make things a lot better in this country is to reduce immigration. And the way we do that is by improving the amount of by increasing the amount of skilled workers that we have in this country. We need a huge skills drive. So I don't think there's anything wrong with immigration per se. I think that it's the symptom of a larger domestic problem, that we don't have enough skilled workers to be able to do what we said. Now, you see, I could do that without being confused for being a racist. It's not, I don't think it's that hard. I really don't. I think that there's no one shutting down conversation. There's no one saying that you can't have debate. There's no one saying that you're not allowed to be against immigration. I myself am against immigration, and not immigration in general, but large levels of immigration, because it's a side effect. It's about your reasoning. It's about, I mean, if you hate immigration because you don't want foreign people here, or you feel like it's diluting your culture, or people aren't compatible, not that these are your thoughts, just in general, these are some of the stuff that I've heard people say, then you are a racist. You know what I mean? Like, and it's very difficult for them to raise that conversation legitimately and not be shot down, because it's racist. There is no legitimate conversational framing for that to be had. What you do is, this is how you react to a racist. You go, ew. And that's it. Ooh, Jim liked the stream before even wiping his boots. Did you guys do it? Did you guys like the stream? Did yous? So I think we're probably at that point now where we can move over to what's happening in Belfast.
Okay. I've not watched any of this, I'll be honest. Well, I've seen a couple of clips, seen a couple of houses on fire, and that's all I've seen of it, to be honest. I've avoided it. I've avoided it because it's really sad.
Hello, Andy. I don't blame you for trying to skip it, Dad. Hey.
Hello.
Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, there you go. Let me just see if I can adjust the microphone.
1, 2, 2, 1, 10, 9. Hello. Is my
Yo, Andy. How you doing?
Hello.
This is the amazing Andrew Luke, and if you haven't seen any of his stuff, then you should. Screen Cleaner, especially. I know you marvels. Oh my God, you do some great shit. How you doing, buddy?
All right. Bit cognitively sluggish today, so just bear with him. Also, emotionally wobbly with the sort of locality of this to me. I'm fine. I'm safe. I live about a street away through
Oh.
the boundary of East Belfast. So,
All right.
but I'm fine. My area is plenty peaceful.
Good. Well, I'm glad to hear you're safe, man. That's
Yeah.
something.
I
That's
did
the first thing.
I did spend
Yeah.
about 10 years living in, 10 or 12 years living in the area. Some of the heavy rioting's been going on in. So, yeah, kind of thinking about all the places nearby that are kind of suffering.
Yeah. So, can I ask you a question? Can I ask you about it? If you don't mind. It's the first thing I noticed when I was watching a little bit of some of the clips yesterday was you see some houses, a couple of houses start to burn, or say a house start to burn in a street, and then there'd be a bunch of masked people at the end of that street, and then there were no sign of the police or the fire brigade to come and put those fires out. What's going on there? Is it gang related or what?
I mean, the lack of police or fire response. I just imagine that, well, structural underfunding, and it's all kicking off at once. So they're probably in a number of different places.
Okay.
I do have. Oh no, sorry, Dad. I'll get this up in the background. I shouldn't have said it out loud, but I've got resources from Specs Being Farmer, who's done a really good MRIS bot that's scraping wiki for information and things. It's got really cool timeline and stuff, and we'll go through that properly. But I didn't mean to interrupt you, though. I'm sorry.
No, carry on. Oh, unless Andy.
Well, I thought I thought that we might as well sort of like try and make a sort of chronological timeline of events, and then if you guys want to give me your thoughts, feelings, comments, and stuff about what's going on, jump in at any point. And as well, just full disclosure, this resource that we've got is a really cool resource. It's by a friend who's helping me out, Specs Being Farmer. He does amazing stuff. I've seen him on loads of other streams and this one periodically. Really, really cool guy. Really love him. You should go and subscribe to him. But also, this has been done with AI. So he's a tech wizard. He's a genius, and he's managed to scrape the internet for sources about this. This has been created with AI. So, so if there's anything in there that seems a bit iffy, please let me know in the chat.
It's not me. I didn't write it. No, it wasn't me. I didn't write it.
There was one that I wanted to flag up. I can't remember what it was, but a second migrant had been connected with the initial assault, and I've Googled that and I can't find any other reports.
Okay.
No, neither can I. I've also heard. So let's for the second now. Then let's run through some of the stuff that we do know isn't true. So I've seen by the framing of Keir Starmer, by the framing of like Sky News, mainstream media in general, the establishment, they're framing this as a protest. So that's the first bit of misinformation. This is a riot. It couldn't be any more of a typical example of a riot. Like, it is literally a riot. If you look at the, it's we did this last time, but apparently we have to do it again because people seem to forget. So what is the legal definition of a riot? Definition of a riot. So the legal definition in law, a riot is a public disturbance involving a group of people, and in the UK, 12 or more, acting with a specific common unlawful purpose. I mean, I don't know about you, but that was a riot.
I would say riot. I'm not one to use four-letter words much, but yeah, riot. I would say. So, what's the point of the distinction? Are people trying to lessen it by saying it's a protest, or what? What's going on?
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay. You can have a peaceful protest, but not a peaceful riot.
This is true.
That's it. The word protest, the language, the linguistics that they're using there, it conjures up images in your head of like people gathering around with like, signs and things, placards, and just chanting peacefully, Keir Starmer's a wanker, that sort of, the usual protest that we used to. But
Not
Yeah,
taking up
hand in
hands.
hand. Kumbaya. I didn't see much kumbaya. I saw a lot of fire, no s'mores. See, that's the difference between a riot and a protest. If they break the s'mores out, it's a protest. If they just leave it burning, then it's a riot. No, but on a genuine note, it is a riot by all definitions, and it's important to make that distinction because the establishment isn't, and that is actually a genuine misinformation. They're manipulating. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to make it seem less than it is. So 10:30 p.m. Knife attack occurs on Kinnaird. I don't know how I say that.
Kinnaird, probably.
Kinnaird Avenue, New Lodge area, North Belfast. I know, I did it, and then I went to say it normally in my own accent, and then it came out again, and I was like, I'm an idiot. A man in his 40s seriously injured. People were describing it as a beheading. Another bystander could be heard telling police he's trying to cut his head off. This person has lost his left eye, I believe, as well. I want to add to this. They couldn't recover that. He's in serious condition, but he is alive at the moment.
Was he?
That was a 40-year-old.
Did he have disabilities? This guy.
Yeah. So he's got a prolonged history of. It's a schizophrenic diagnosis. There's also a number of convictions. The attacker has one previous conviction. The victim has 161 plus previous convictions.
Oh,
so that set off red alert warnings to me. But and I can tell you a bit about the area where the attack occurred. So it's a Catholic area or Catholic street, but it's about 500 meters from an interface, which is, if you don't know what an interface is, it's where the Protestant Unionist Loyalist communities on one side and the Catholic/Republican communities are on the other, and interfaces are known to be trouble spots, fault lines. Sometimes they're still walled up. They certainly would have been in the Troubles. The hero that came to the rescue of the victim was bringing a hurling stick, so Catholic sport. And his name I can't remember exactly, but it's a very Catholic Republican sounding name. Whereas most of these riots seem to be breaking out in Protestant Unionist Loyalist areas by Protestant Unionist Loyalist people. So yeah, we'll get into that, won't we?
All right. Okay.
All right.
So, can I just ask about who gets 160 who gets 160 something convictions? Is the man a convicted gangster? Is he mentally unwell, or is he? Do you have the same problem we have of nowhere to look after mentally ill people, and they're out and about? Is that a thing there still?
I have so that number of 161. Well, I have that from 2021, where he wrecked and destroyed a coronavirus protective screen at a Belfast garage, and then fought with the police physically when they showed up. The month before, he had a conviction for assaulting a stroke victim hours after she was released from hospital, and then punching her partner on his lip, breaking his lip.
What?
So as ever, there's a lot more to this than is being released. Worth pointing out as well that the victim's family have come out and said, look, this rioting is not on. We don't want this to happen. Please stop. And that was Tuesday.
I've got that written here now. So the victim of Stephen, is that Stephen or Stefan? I'm not too sure. I know I always
Stephen Ogilvie.
Ogilvy, I think so. I think that's about right. So he was the victim in the Monday night attack, and it's his family that's saying that this unrest is not welcome. And yet again, we have an example of a family coming forward and saying, calling for. It's not their place to do so. People need to grow the fuck up. Like, if people need to stop smashing streets up and burning things and doing all that, just because then they're having to put it on the family to come out and try and correct this. But you are right, his family have stepped out and said that peaceful protest is the only way forward. Oh God, I'll never understand how people can be so so worked up and think, do you know what's a good idea right now? We're going to go and set fire to bins and throw bins at bin set fire at the police. Fucking.
Honestly, not only that, it's like I think I'll go and I'm so upset. I'm going to smash my own shit up. My own.
You know what? I've mixed up two riots there. It wasn't the bins being set on fire, thrown at police. I do forgive me for that. That was Southampton. So this was where they set the bus on fire and the houses. Honestly, the devastation. In fact, it might even be worth. We know what the incident is. Oh, sorry, wrong one. We know what the incident is and what it's about. So it might be worth having a look at some of the devastation that's been left behind, just to see what it is that the family are trying to call for peace about. Because I mean,
this is where some of the worst damage was last night. You can see the burned out cars are still in place here in this terraced street. This is where the crowd that formed here, blocking the main road, believed that there were immigrant families living, and that's why they didn't just set fire to the cars. They actually went door to door, smashing windows.
They thought that brown people lived there, so they went to set them on fire.
Smashing doors in and torching the homes of the people who lived here. There's very dramatic scenes here last night of firefighters trying to get through the crowd to deal with this blaze, of police officers actually coming here, risking their lives to guide families out through the flames to safety. You can see how intense these fires were and how big a clear-up job there is to do here, and that is only really just starting. People here are absorbing exactly what happened last night and what the wider implications of it may be. And of course, there are fears that this may be repeated. It's not just this street. There were homes burned on the next street as well. And just around the corner is the bus that was set on fire when bins were piled to block the road. So these were the scenes that everybody feared yesterday, the scenes the authorities had called for not to play out. But although it was a small minority, this did spill into some of the worst violence, and it was targeted here at immigrant families.
Fucking disgusting.
Okay,
disgusting.
So it's this is the opposite side of the city. This is Lendrick Street off the Yard Road, a very heavily Protestant Unionist Loyalist PUL area. I just pulled up just read a wonderful piece on the victims. Jamie Corey, who lives next door to a racially different family. They set his car on fire to try and catch fire to the racially his next door neighbors. Destroyed his car, destroyed his house. He lost a lot of stuff. He's thankful his kids weren't in the house at the time. Yura, who a Ukrainian lady, they set her neighbor's place on fire. Anselim Shima, who had to get out of the area. He's lived there. I'm not sure where he's from. He's lived there for 13 years. B.G. Jose from the Northern Ireland Indian Nurses Forum, very scared, has had to get out of the area. They've set a Turkish barber shop on fire. Where the bus was set on fire, just around the corner, is the Skianos Centre. So the Skianos Centre is a large community, very modern community centre in East Belfast, very large, which also has housing built in for vulnerable and homeless people. It's kind of the heart, as in the heart and the soul of East Belfast, and they've burnt that bus like right outside it. And the buses, So the buses is a glider bus. It was a major Belfast project, partly funded by the European Union. It meant like citywide reconstruction. Electric bus, big bendy bus.
Big bendy thing, yeah. Sorry.
Ran across East PUL, the West Repcat corridor. Like vital bus link, but also intent on uniting, forming bridges between the two communities. These buses are incredibly expensive, and yeah, there won't be too many in the fleet left.
Wow.
Yeah, and it seems like the language of rioters. I heard before that a riot is like the language of the unheard. You know what I mean? The people that are sort of left out to one side. But I really don't think that there's two different versions of that. There's also the people who just want to destroy the services and things around them for the sake of doing it. It's almost like a Joker style thing of just wanting to watch the world burn. I've got a couple of things here. So obviously we learned about the migrant homes and we saw the devastation there. There's mass rioters deliberately burned homes of migrants on Tuesday. Newtown Abbey, masked men filmed throwing petrol bombs at police cars. Chaos spreading beyond city centre. This was on. This is today. Dundonald. This is. Yeah, Dundonald. House attack. Van burned out. Window. This must be so. Because like it's when I cover riots, typically they're usually in England, and being Welsh, I guess that there's a bit of an emotional sort of like kind of like a step back almost. Like I understand it, and I am British, and it does genuinely make my heart ache when I see these sort of things happening. But also as well, and what's quite important is that like people like yourself, you live there. Like this isn't just some random, like people seem to forget the human cost of it. And it's not just the individuals whose homes were burned, whose vans were attacked, windows smashed, bricks thrown at them. A family of foreign nationals were inside the home while this stuff was happening and while they were being attacked. Like there's real people that live around these areas. These are people's homes. These are people's families, people's communities. And in order to protect them, you smash them up. I don't understand the logic. It baffles me. It really does. Michael, though, thank you so freaking much. We've got another gifted sub. It's going really amazingly well. I'm sure that Michael just wanted me to put on, because he was one of the people that was like, you have to have memberships. And I'm sure that he made me do it exclusively so that he could just dish out memberships here and there. Yeah, it's so fun. But thank you, man. I appreciate it. Let's have a look at some of the other things here. So, Crumlin Road.
Crumlin Road was... that's the area where the initial inciting incident took place.
Okay, and so yeah, house fires, and obviously we've learned as well that they're trying to target specifically like migrants and things like that. Just anyone that's brown, because you can't even tell a person's legal status by looking at them, can't you? So we can't say that they were targeting, say, migrants or anything, just brown people, because you don't know where a person's from when you set fire to their house. You can't just tell by the look of them or by their bricks and mortar what their legal status is or isn't. Dad, if you don't mind, I've just seen that you're back. In fact, actually, Andy, are you okay to read out some of this? My dad can't see his screen very well.
Yeah, sure.
I just got a knock at my door. I'm so very sorry. Very unprofessional.
West Belfast, 4 children traumatised after a mob chased their family out of their home. Councillor Paul Doherty assisting the family. Also read there was a 2-month-old baby rescued from one of the arson spots. First Minister Michelle O'Neill condemns outright thuggery and disgusting cowardice of masked men burning families out of homes. Our wonderful Justice Minister Naomi Long, hate cannot be allowed to win. Belfast councillor comparing it to the Bombay street burnings of the 60s.
That's sick. That's fucking worrisome. 60s and 70s. We don't want them fucking years back again, mate. Not for anything.
No. I mean, all fair play. All politicians in Northern Ireland came out, or all the various representatives of the various political parties came out and sort of, joint statement. No riots.
Right.
This is full right condemnation.
Yeah.
But since then, Carla Lockhart, who you might see in this video, the DUP member who looks like a crack whore.
Oh, fuck.
Don't hold back.
Don't hold back, Andy. This is a safe space. You can tell us what you really think.
She has come out and had photographs taken with rioters posing for fun. So, Carla Lockhart.
Oh, God. Well, yeah, that's always fun, isn't it? Who doesn't love a good photo opportunity with rioters? You can tell what sort of crowd they're trying to get to vote for them. So let's have a look now. So obviously there's been, oh my God, there you go. That's what you heard, guys. It was the accent. Don't worry. It's a crack Hogarth. It's the accent. So there you go.
yeah. As you know, I'm very into my comic books, so I love a bit of Hogarth.
Yeah, absolutely.
And eating and hoagies.
I wouldn't have it any other way, right? It'd be rude.
Mr. Speaker, people are rightly sickened by the horrific attack on Monday night in North Belfast. As you have just said, the man arrested has been in court in Belfast this morning and charged. I want to thank the Police Service of Northern Ireland and other first responders and members of the public who responded with such bravery. And our thoughts are with the victim. But let me be clear, Mr. Speaker. The acts of violence and arson that followed are totally unjustified. This morning I spoke with the First Minister, the Deputy First Minister and the Chief Constable. And the Secretary of State for Northern Ireland is meeting leaders in Belfast today. We are united in calling for calm and determined to restore order, support the police and all those on the front line, and ensure that justice is done.
Can I also thank him for his short...
He wants to ensure justice is done. How about you raise the standard of living, do what you're supposed to do, what your fucking job is, like, and then make everyone's life a bit better and a bit easier, and then suddenly we have a lot less of this. Like, I know that some people aren't seeing the connection there, but when you look throughout history, when you look at the standard of living, when it falls, when we go through like serious economic crisis or uncertainties, what happens is people at the bottom of the rung of the ladder, and because we live in capitalism, there has to be a bottom rung of the ladder. People who live in those areas, they're the most hardest affected. Their lives go from bad to, oh my God, I can't live anymore. And we're going through times like that right now. And unfortunately, the effect that has, especially when you have such an unempathetic government, so it's got utter contempt for the British population, it feels like. The trouble is these people start to look for people to blame, and everybody's different, so different people come up with different answers. Sometimes people come up with, it's the brown people, and that's a narrative that suits the establishment, so the establishment aren't doing too much about that narrative. They're happy with it just fine. I mean, what I'm trying to say is that if Keir Starmer was, if any of our politicians, all of the words you're about to hear from these haunted suits and dresses, they're not actually genuine. They're not meaningful. If they wanted to change it, they could change it. The best way to change hate crimes, the best way to stop rioters and families' homes being set on fire is, one, by employing a police force that can actually protect people, do their job properly and is well funded. And every service, actually. And it goes back to the main point, which is that you need to be able to raise the standard of living for people. Once people can start to live properly and nobody's under this much pressure, we're not all going to be looking for who to blame. We'll just be living our lives. Like, I hate it when politicians who are directly presiding over the ability to present change to us all in meaningful manners do nothing but offer words of like sort of sympathy and like condolence. It's like, this is your making. This is what you're the person in power. You could absolutely have prevented this by de-escalating, by getting like platforms to regulate and stuff, stop all the racism, stop all of that shit online. There's loads of different things that we could do, but primarily just raising the standard of living just a little bit. Then people won't be so hard done by. People will have a decent life to live, and they won't be looking for people to blame for the political failings that rule their life.
As you mentioned with the England riots earlier in the stream, the people responsible had a number of serious criminal convictions and various mental health issues. And that's just like structurally shows the importance of structural re-equipping and needing to bring those services up to scratch and not try and make do with Poundland equivalents.
And that's essentially what our entire nation is, isn't it? Our whole system of living, our whole system of governance is essentially a patchwork of Poundland, like Steffins, and enough is enough. But the summer of riots, though, that we were hearing so much about all through last winter, we're going to be having a summer of riots. I unfortunately think that might be something that's very true indeed.
And actually, it's just occurring to me in light of Northern Ireland, we're a month away from our riot season. So, yeah, another on the fire.
Oh, fucking riot season.
12th of July, 11th of July, or
I shouldn't laugh.
For those who aren't
so
here,
seriously, Andrew.
We've already got there's already bonfires constructed all around that are going to grow higher and higher. I look out the window behind me. There's a
joking?
A flag flying from the lamppost. They'll be going up everywhere. And these bonfires themselves, whereas they used to be a small community thing even during the Troubles.
Yeah.
Since then, it become towering threats to people who live near them, who build them. People have died over the years because of mismanagement to them.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I've seen those things there. I mean, it's a competition between, I take it, between estates to see who can make the biggest, tallest fucking pallet-driven bonfire ever, I think, isn't it? I've seen those things. They're fucking deadly, aren't they?
They burn rubber tires on them. Anything that's toxic and dangerous. I mean, we don't really believe in the environment here.
You don't have one, no. We don't have an environment. No, we've burned out. We've eaten our trees and burned our fucking environment.
That's it. Everyone's like, why is like the tension so high? I don't know, because the water's full of poo, because the air sucks, everything costs too much. We're all fucking struggling. Like, there's so many issues right now. I wonder. I'm going to press play now. I wonder if Kemi Badenoch will, say, listen, you are the person who has all the power. I'm the opposition leader. Let's hold you to account. Let's make sure that you're doing the things that you should be doing. And let's see what she's got to say.
And ensure that justice is done.
Can I also thank him for his short statement on Belfast? The scenes in Belfast are deeply, deeply disturbing. A man is in hospital after a brutal attack, and now families are frightened after a night of violence. There is a live criminal case, so we must be careful about what we say. But we can be clear about this. People have a right to be angry. I am angry. And people have the right to expect their politicians to secure our borders. But
one has nothing to do with the other. Why are we trying to point score about borders when there's a man who is literally like an attempted beheading is how it was described by passers-by. And I'm not going to say that that's the exact thing, but I can understand how graphic and horrible that must have been for the person to go through it if a passerby says, look, he was trying to cut his head off. Like, he's lost an eye and everything.
Cry as well?
Lost his left eye. Yeah.
Do you mind if we do that?
Do what, sorry?
Can we cry as well as being angry? Is that?
Yeah,
That's crangry. Is that crangry?
The Crangries. I'm sure they were like a group at one point.
If your infant child's just been threatened with, being burned alive, or, you've got no home that you've lived in for 13 years, is that maybe a bit more important than, borders?
I know. And this thing now, because this is the thing in Ireland as well. In Belfast, there was a stabbing. I believe it was involved in knife as well, but there was a brutal murder of a woman in the city of Belfast. The murderer was convicted in the same. He was in court and he was convicted in the same week as the stabbing took place, or possibly the week prior, but within a very close proximity to that. Stabbings happen every day in cities like Belfast and around the UK. No riots. Can we guess why?
Yeah, and of course, Northern Ireland with the Troubles has a big history of beheadings by white men. No riots.
No riots.
And not even
It's weird, isn't it?
post-troubles as well. Yeah, as you say.
And yet, no riots. I find this fascinating that, like, we can. There was a teenager, I think. There was a teenager went into school and stabbed like a bunch of people in a school recently in England. I believe that. I know that didn't start a riot either. Is it because the perpetrator isn't fitting a certain racial profile? Because that's the sort of thing that I'm seeing at the moment. It's only a riot when the offender fits a certain racial profile. They're only ever asked when the offender fits a certain racial profile. And as with a lot of these writers and the far right and even Kemi Badenoch and all that, when it comes to all these various issues that would otherwise seem sort of vaguely not connected, I guess would be a good way of saying it, you know, making them not... God, I'm not gonna lie. I've just kind of lost my thread a little there because I'm seeing a bit of a thing in the chat. I hope everyone's doing okay, and I hope everyone's all right.
It's nothing that MZ can't handle.
Yeah, no worries, guys. But yeah, as long as we're all being respectful.
Thanks, MZ.
Yeah, we love you, Lemsy, and all the other mods as well. We really do appreciate you. You've got the power there, so if you need to take action, then absolutely do that. Rather than listening to more Kemi Badenoch trying to make this about immigration and things, trying to score political points and use it as a football, I thought we could hear from the words of the Assistant Chief Constable Ryan Henderson and his update on the attempted murder.
Not to be confused with Ryan Ferguson.
No, they do look the same, but
Yeah.
no, yeah, not to be confused with neo-Nazi Ryan Ferguson of England. Oh, bear with me.
Is he whispering?
He's whispering, he is.
Okay.
That's how they do policing round there. They go, stop it. Stop.
Good afternoon. I want to provide you with an update on the police investigation on the attempted murder in North Belfast. This morning, many people will have awoken to the very distressing news about this brutal attack. My first thoughts are with the victim and his family, and our detectives and specialist officers are supporting them at this really difficult time in their lives. The man who's aged in his 40s was seriously injured in this knife attack. It's important to acknowledge straight away at the outset the bravery of those members of the public who ran towards danger to intervene and help the...
And I just, again, I want to really, really hit home how fucking brave those people were that went over. They had a weapon as well, one of them. I believe that you saw what weapon they had, Andrew. The heroes that went and the heroes that went to save this individual that was being attacked. They had a weapon with them. One of them did, anyways. Do you remember what that weapon was?
It was a hurling stick.
It fucking was as well, wasn't it? Stick. A fucking hurling stick. I wouldn't like a kick on the cheek from one of them. Fuck.
Frankly, I've never, ever in my life seen a more middle-class weapon of choice. I'm just kidding. I don't know what hurling is.
On the plus side, the DUP have recently been making an awful lot of trouble against the Gaelic Athletic League and their plans for expansion. So this will be a really great advert for them.
Alrighty.
DUP tears.
The injured man. Our position is to provide as much verified information to you, the public, as possible as our investigation continues. So this is what we know so far. It happened in the Kinnard Avenue area on Monday the 8th of June around 10:30 p.m. Officers arrived at the scene within minutes to detain and arrest the suspect and administer first aid, and they were joined at the scene by colleagues from Northern Ireland Ambulance Service. The victim was taken to hospital with significant injuries to his eyes and serious slash-wound injuries to his back and face. The suspect, a man in his 30s, who we now understand to be Sudanese, was arrested at the scene on suspicion of attempted murder. He's in custody, and at this time we are not...
One day in the future, when they talk about criminals and how serious they are, they won't mention country of origin because they realise that criminality isn't specific to ethnicity or nation. It's a human problem. It's a human thing. We break rules. We do crimes. We, as in the collective we humans, do. I understand that he has to because there's a considerable amount of weight being pushed towards figures like this to tell us exactly what colour were they. Tell us what colour they were. We need to know if we need to riot or not.
Yeah, get my rioting pants on.
Yeah, I don't listen. I've got to put writing shoes on. I've got a writing jacket. I'm not doing it if you don't tell me what the ethnicity is. Come on, guys, let me know. Are they brown? Should I be angry? That's essentially the world we live in right now.
Well, we're just lurching from fucking outbreak of civilian disturbance to disturbance, and people are, I don't know, are people just getting away with this shit? You know, these right wingers. Is it time to fucking start really reeling them in? I noticed there's been some arrests around, particularly around the auditing scene and stuff, but maybe a whole flood more could be done to help start clearing this fucking country up. Because these guys are they're just skittling around, stoking trouble wherever they fucking land, wherever they are. Mate, it needs dealing with now. I think it's gone on long enough. This fake auditing shit that's going on. This people using it for saying that they're auditors or citizen journalists, and no such thing. They need fucking stopping. They need stopping for sure.
100%. And the way it connects to people like the orders and things like that, and it comes to, and again, broadly speaking, everyone in society. We're all members of society, and we all play our own role, whether directly, indirectly, a little or a lot. We all do. The auditors specifically, as a group, what they're doing is helping create an environment whereby violence is much more likely to happen, because they're constantly framing migrants, asylum seekers, and other brown faces as being the enemy. They're sexual threats, they're violent, they're inherently violent, which is fundamentally incorrect and inaccurate. But never let logic get in the way of a good old racist rant. But yeah, they've been for continuing over the past few years, since pretty much 2020, to slowly ramp up this anti-asylum seeker, anti-migrant, Islamophobic, xenophobic, whatever, all the phobics, the rhetoric and everything else. And now we're in a position where riots are just common. We're so oh yeah, so there's going to be another summer of riots, right? And we're just yeah, that's a normal process now. It's not a normal process. A lot of people have a lot of things to answer for, and I do hope that in some point some people will be held accountable for the part that they played in creating environments where situations like this happen. If it is said, the suspect was 30 years old off Westborough Road or something like that, then you'd be like, okay, sound. They usually give you sort of an address, that kind of thing. But to make it nation of origin, because you don't get it the other way around, do you? If this was literally the other way around, it wouldn't be yeah, well, the attacker was actually born in Ireland. We know that now, and we're letting you know that now. And then everyone's like, oh my God, he's Irish, let's riot. It doesn't happen the other way around.
So,
not seeking anyone else in connection with it.
Sorry, Dad.
I was just noted. Somebody in the chat. Oh God, it's cheese. Wanted to know if Andrew can give a source for the victim having 160 plus convictions.
Sure. I don't know if I can stick it in chat, if I can get my Google and my StreamYard to connect.
I'll just give him a clue what to Google. He's a big lad.
Yeah, so what you need is, hold on, if I just refer to it. So it's a Belfast Telegraph article. It's from August 2020. By Alan Irwin. It's called Man Wrecked Coronavirus Protective Screen at Belfast Garage. And the source for the other piece, the month before, is from the newsletter. Man assaulted stroke victim hours after she was released from hospital.
And I've got
and sorry, that's
here is a source, and it says clearly within here 161 convictions. Yes.
Okay. I hope that's fine. Thanks. Thanks for asking.
Anyways, and just to clarify as well, we're not undermining victimhood. We're just trying to be honest with you, it's mostly just trying to figure out what exactly is going on. Was this a criminal type thing? Was it a random attack? As this assistant police chief is about to tell us that there are no other people being arrested in connection, and we know for a fact it's not being charged as a terrorist incident, which means that it could be a lot of things, obviously. And we're not detectives. This is obviously speculation for the most part, but we're just trying to try and understand some of the motives behind this attack, possibly, because at the moment, in terms of motivation, the investigation hasn't provided us with one, or at least publicly anyway. We don't actually know. But we do know that it wasn't a terror incident, and we do know that no one else has been arrested.
With this investigation, what is believed to be a kitchen knife was recovered at the scene. I share your revulsion over the brutal nature of this attack, which has created concern across Northern Ireland and further afield. I also understand that there are questions regarding the nature of the attack. So throughout today, we've been liaising with senior counter-terrorism partners, and at this stage, we have no information to suggest that this was terrorist related. However, I must stress we are still at the very early stages of our investigation. This brutal attack will understandably have sent shockwaves through the community, and I want to reassure all of our communities that your safety is our priority. So we're currently engaging with local representatives and residents to provide reassurance and support. So this evening, you can expect to see an increased police presence across Northern Ireland and over the coming days to help support and reassure all of our communities and to keep them safe. We understand also there's considerable posting on social media, and people will have really well create questions and concerns.
Sorry, I've just got to answer.
Please do not share footage that might cause trauma and risk to the loved ones of those families involved and on our investigation. We're also aware of protest activity planned across Northern Ireland this evening and continue to monitor that and plan accordingly. I know that last night left people feeling a range of emotions from fear to anger. People will want to have their voices heard. But we all remember over the last 2 years, significant disorder that only led to damage in our local communities and young people getting caught up in disorder. So I appeal for calm and the safety of all of our communities in response to this. We've got one person arrested who's currently going through the criminal justice process. Look, I recognise that at a difficult time like this, you'll be looking to us for answers, information and reassurance. And I and my teams are committed that as best as we can during this fast-time investigation to provide you with clear, factual and accurate information to all communities across Northern Ireland, and will continue to provide you with updates. Thank you.
Well, that was the assistant chief there with some really, really decent words. I think that right now we need more men like that in this situation. More people calling for peace and calm, whilst also reminding us what had happened previously, what could happen. We don't want to go down that road again. We don't need more. Like when you commit to doing a riot, you're not committing to political change. You're not committing to anything other than mayhem and chaos. And there are a couple of words that kind of get thrown around sort of like, you know, and without really understanding the full gravity of the words. But living in actual chaos means your house gets set on fire because somebody mistook it for thing. It means that like we saw in Epsom, a refuge that was used to house vulnerable adults. It had been hinted that quite possibly for people with that were fleeing domestic violence and stuff, you know, women that were fleeing that. They thought that was a HMO for asylum seekers. They targeted that. If they'd have done what they were doing in Belfast and there was a fire set, then what we're talking, dead domestic violence victims. Like, I don't understand where this is gonna. I don't understand how obvious the road in front of us clearly is, and yet we're still going down it.
The assistant chief police also asked people not from Northern Ireland not to throw their own takes on it until more information come to light, not to amplify the violence here. Yet we've had that by Musk, Yaxley Lennon, Lowe, Goodwin, all these prick auditors like Cozzy flying over here. Northern Ireland's a very complex place with a huge burden of bloody history. We're a people in recovery trying to sustain a fragile peace, and we don't need people who think they know how Northern Ireland should be coming and dicking about in our affairs. If you don't live here, if you've not lived here, like, just fuck off out of it. You know, these people are the last, those names I read are the last people we need in here at this time.
Absolutely. And it's names like this. It's people like Danny Tomo. Danny Tomo is headed his way. Is made his way. He's there now. He's in Belfast at the moment. I can only assume to capitalise on the tragedy and the burning and everything else that's happening there, the unrest, because that's what he does.
So who's he posing with there, the fucker? Who's he posing with? Rioters?
I don't know these faces here, to be honest with you.
Well, look at this.
All the big, strong lads. It must be masking for COVID.
Oh yeah, they're very, very reasonable, responsible members of the community.
All
But
right.
without knowing any of them, I don't know much of them. But I do know Danny Tomo, and I do know that Danny Tomo loves a good riot. I know that
Oh,
Danny
he
Tomo
loves a good riot. He
tried
loves
to
being at the
engineer
front.
riots.
He loves being at the front of a riot going, listen, I don't want you hurting yourselves. No, we need you. Each one of you is a precious flower. So we don't want you nicked. For some reason, he does that at the front of these fucking riots now. It's weird.
It is, and he's got he's at the moment. It's what I'm finding. What I'm finding at the moment is that it's literally any and every excuse. He'll go international. So he did go to France at one point before he was banned by the French government. He was also kicked out of the neo-Nazi affiliated racist fascist Raise the Colours group. The owner of Raise the Colours, the founding member, is currently under investigation for a hit and run with the Raise the Colours cherry picking band. The other founding member of Raise the Colours has just been charged with a murder.
Yeah.
And those guys thought that Danny Tomo was too extreme for them. Those guys kicked Danny Tomo out of there.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, no, you're right.
I don't know much about him. Is he like an assistant to millionaire Yaxley Lennon? Or is it
He's something like that. He's Tommy Ten Shekels. I think Tommy Ten Shekels distanced himself from him as well, didn't he?
Yeah, no, I think I saw pictures that they were stood together.
It's hard to keep up on the goss, isn't it?
It is, yeah. They were stood together on the steps of the police station in Southampton not that long ago, giving speeches and things. He operated as sort of security, became his right-hand man. Now that he's managed to develop a name for himself by proximity of Yaxley Lennon, so just by simply being around him, he's managed to develop a name for himself in these circles. He also has previous for kidnap charges. Like he mistakenly kidnapped someone over drug things. I think it was the wrong person that he kidnapped. These aren't nice people, but they're coming over there to show them how to riot properly. Here's how you fucking do it, mate. You fucking throw fire right at everything. But he also famously starred in a story and a bunch of voice notes that were released where when he was being removed from the Raise the Colours thing, the Raise the Colours crew came out and said, look, Danny is actively planning a riot in France. He wants a riot. He wants to get us all on the shores there and he wants a riot there. And we're not about that. We think that it's no good for our looks. Obviously, you know, you can't polish a turd. They already are shit. But either way, they kicked him out. And then since then, he has been banned from France, along with other members, his former co-members of Raise the Colours and things. What they do is they look for a specific, they look for any incident that's got grievance with it. So they can use that grief as a vehicle to pass off their insidious ideology.
Can I interrupt? I'm going to interrupt you for a sec. I am. I want you to. Have you got a bit of video you can play while you sort your breathing out? You need to. Yours is worse than mine was. You need to do your inhaler and take it easy. You sound like you're really just using the top of your lungs. Sorry about that.
Community out of control. I saw young men just grabbing cars and hopping them over and burning them, and just seemed to randomly just pick a particular car. I don't think they knew who the owner was, and then go on to another car, and then the flames got worse and worse, and then your fear was that the houses that were now burning, there was people in those houses, and while some of us were trying our best to try and keep a cap on it and people to stop doing it, you didn't feel as if you're being listened to. It took me back to an experience in my childhood where Catholics were burnt out of the street I lived in, not far from here. It took me back to people who lived in their own houses, just doing the normal things in life, and for them being Catholics in a Protestant area, they were removed. The same thing was happening to people here. Here we were in 40 years later, where people just living, wanting to make a life, wanting to contribute to our society because they were different, being burnt out of their houses and being removed. So it was a chilling echo to the past.
That was actually really profound. I'm almost a little
Fucking,
speechless with
it's
just how
horrible.
profound that was.
Yeah, it's fucking terrible. Oh, fuck it.
This is something the right wing have been doing all along. I mean, the Brexit agreement is illegal when it comes to how it has upset the Good Friday Agreement. And it has just been something they have been on a warpath with, is to try and kickstart the troubles too, constantly.
Yeah.
Fuck the rightoids. I mean, and it goes sort of the English rightoids. I mean, this goes back to like 2011, 2012. So the Dundalk area, which was mentioned in one of the arson things earlier, the BNP had a call center there. Nick Griffin had a colleague called Jim Dawson who was organizing it. He was stirring up a lot of race hate there. I think Dawson was, who also has Scottish links, was done for like a number of sexual offences, but still pops up from time to time. So we constantly get this sort of English invasion to stir up racial hatred. But of course, you know, the Protestant Unionist Loyalist Committee is all about flying the flag, claiming they're the true patriots. So unfortunately, it's a natural blend of arseholes.
And when you tie that together with, sorry, Dad. Sorry, I didn't hear that.
Carry on.
When you tie, do you know what? I'm going to turn my volume up. I think my volume was down, so I'm not. Your mic was a little quiet, and so I wasn't hearing it. But that's a me problem. I turned it up, and I do apologise, Dad. That won't happen as much. So it says here, no, Dad, it's not okay. I will hit myself.
Jesus Christ, you're loud. What the fuck have you done? Have you got a turbo fucking? I want to turn you down now. I want to turn you down. I've turned you the fuck down.
But it says it. So when you've got that type of rhetoric being proliferated, the sorts of rhetoric that come with the BNP and those sort of things over in Ireland, and then to top it off, not only have we got one battle on one front where we're dealing with all of these fringe bigot groups that are creating so much disorder within our society, within our streets, but also you've got the established media, right? So this story here has just updated itself. We were reading it before. This is where we get the videos from. This is the BBC now. Remember the big beeps. This is about the Belfast knife victim and his family saying, you know, about that story that happened. It's about the story we've been talking about, right? What do we know about asylum seekers entering Northern Ireland? What the fuck difference does it make? How is that even related, even slightly? Like, what are we actually talking about here? Like, it's the same, I feel, as like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of an analogy now. If there was like, I don't know, you get a robbery in town somewhere, someone goes and robs the till out of a shop, takes all the money, and then the press are like, well, what about these scummy crackheads and this, that? It's like, whoa, what language are you using? What are you talking about? Why don't we talk about the incident that happened? Why are you doing, like, one's got nothing to do with the other. Like, it's got nothing to do with it.
I mean, I push back a little. I mean, yes, it's you know, a stabbing, right, and a fucking countrywide rioting, two very different things, right?
Oh, fuck yeah.
But we do have an open border here, as what did you call Gavin Robinson earlier? Little I think it was somebody else on Discord called him like something like Little Blobby, Little Mr. Blobby. DP Gavin Robinson.
All right, yeah.
I said he looked like Kingpin.
Yes, baby Kingpin. Yeah. So he's giving off in comments today, again, completely fucking off topic of him, the open, porous border between Northern Ireland and the Republic. And actually, there is an open border. Now, it's completely beside the point, but it means that asylum seekers, refugees, it means anybody, Joe and Josephine blogs can go up and down between the countries freely. I mean, two countries, like, so Belfast to Dublin is 2 hours by bus or train. That's how close these two countries are and always have been. So, it's completely.
I mean, it's the best. It sounds to be. To this bloke who sat on the outside, it sounds to be like you've got the best of both worlds here. You've got the you've got an entry into Europe as well as all the rest of the shit that we're supposed to be good at. That we're supposed to be good at. But yeah, you've got. It seems like you've got a good deal going there. The fact that you can backdoor into Europe like that. Is it? I guess it is. If my understanding's right, you can go from like Northern Ireland to Southern Ireland and then straight across to the rest of Europe. Is that not right?
Yeah, you don't need a passport to get north to south or
right. And then from there you can do the open borders thing. And
you're absolutely right, Nigel. It is the best of both worlds. It's been historically a wonderful experience, even during the Troubles. I don't think you need a passport. Security checks going on the trains, obviously, but to be able, what people here need to appreciate, North and South Ireland are very different cultures. So to be able to travel from the north to the south and enjoy that different culture, the different entertainment, different accents and language, that whole different feeling, and shops too. It is just wonderful, and particularly important post-agreement, post-Brexit, where these things are, stable. We don't need to DUP politicizing this in a very predatory manner.
Yeah. Yes, it's. I hope it's I hope this just well, I don't know, blows over. Is that the right way to describe it? But once this is finished, I hope that nothing essentially different happens. I hope you get to keep that, and you can enjoy that. The stuff that we used to enjoy right up until Brexit. Yeah.
I mean, I did a skit during Spring Cleaner where I phoned a DUP MP and told them I had this growth in the end of my foot, which I described as the growth in the end of my leg, which I described essentially as my foot, and that I was thinking of taking it off with a farmer friend who had a gun. And this is the DUP's whole MO. They'll constantly shoot themselves and Northern Ireland in
the foot. Yeah.
The DUP have done more to achieve Irish reunification than Sinn Féin have ever done. And they've done it, most of it, in the last 20 or 10 years even. Yeah.
Wow.
Do you know what that is? That's a really, really that's a very profound statement there, that the DUP have done more for Irish reunification. I think, to be honest with you, I think Keir Starmer has done more for Welsh and Scottish independence than any SNP or Plaid Cymru Yes campaign could ever do.
I'm tempted. If I see Starmer in the flesh, I'm tempted to take the knee. Do you know what I mean? Just
that's dark.
That is very dark, and we don't do that here.
I didn't say both knees.
Yeah. I know. So, Belfast riots latest: stabbing victims' family, defend migrants, and warn tragedy shouldn't fuel hostility. Do you know what? It's a dual. It cuts twice. This sword. So yes, somebody should be saying it, and it's a beautiful message, but it shouldn't be up to the family. I'm so grateful that they have put out a message of unity, that they have put out a message of defence for migrants and for asylum seekers, because those two groups get conflated, and I don't want people to think they're the same. They are not. A migrant implies luxury, it implies choice. Asylum is not the same.
I think this might have actually, although the story is today's story, I think this might have come out yesterday or Monday when Stephen was fighting for his life. He might not have survived. So they they'll be wrapped up in grief, preparing to grieve the loss of a son. And yeah, as you say, they're being asked, they're having to deal with these. Oh, insert swear word there.
Yeah, you can swear. Swearing's fine. This
No,
is
it's quite amazing that they've been able to see the bigger picture there, and with the son, like you say, almost they thought they might have been losing a son, and they still came out and said all that. That was really good of them. But
they still might. His condition's been described as critical, isn't it? Still.
Yeah. Yes, it has. I tell you what, though, I understand a fair bit more about it now. Thank you, Andrew, for that. That's what you've put in so far. That's cool. I've really appreciated your input so far, mate.
It's been, honestly, Andrew, having you on here, it's been amazing. Also, you threatened me with a really good time the other day, talking about possibly watching, doing an X-Men 97 whole run stream and stuff like that. And the thing is, so I'll definitely be up for doing that. I am so very sorry. I've just had a message, and I think I might have to wrap up now. But this has been a stonking stream. Thank you so much for your insight, Andrew. It's been more than just valuable. You really helped make the stream what it was.
Thanks, man.
Thanks, guys. It's been partial therapy, and also I'm aware I'm actually broadcasting against myself. I have a video premiere going on right now, so if you like Stephen Moffat's Press Gang, get over to my channel and watch that.
Oh, link.
Link. Right, just before we go, can someone please drop Andy's link in the chat for us? We'll whack it on there, and then everyone's got. It's premiering right now. There's 26 of you still in here. I want to see at least 27. Someone has to bring a friend.
All right, guys. Thanks again. All I can do is wish every single one of you love and peace.
Love and or peace. You can't have both.
Stay safe. Have fun, people.